kali ini. Oh, ini dia 3 lawan 3 Profesor Thom Haye.
Let's talk about the subject of the day, about match day preparation. It's something I think it's really interesting because, of course, I've been, in this world, in the football world over the last 15, 16 years. So you talk to people. But I think it's still for a lot of people a mystery how you prepare for games. And not even on match day, but the days before. So let's dig into that.
I think it will be not a mystery, but I can obviously tell about my preparation. But it's going to be totally different for someone else. So it will always be different with everyone. I
But
think.
if we go back, you're old. Gold, but old.
I'm getting older, yes.
Yeah. Do you remember how you prepared for your first game at AZ? When you
No, this is
really
too far back in time. But one thing to start with is what I know now is the older I got, the more relaxed I became in my preparation before the game. So when I was younger, it was almost not healthy, I think. And I hear this a lot with a lot of young players, that because of the tension, the games in your head, you're making it really big. Of course, it's important, but you also know there is more in life than one game. Though the game in the weekend is not deciding the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're younger, it's hard to see through that.
Mm.
So
See the bigger picture.
Yes, exactly. You only see one game ahead, and you really have the feeling if I don't perform, a lot of negativity. You're thinking about the consequences. You're making everything big.
Yeah.
And the older you get, the easier it gets to what you said, look at the bigger picture. And of course, you do everything to perform well, but you also know that after this game, life continues.
Yeah. And there's another podcast waiting for you.
Exactly.
No, but so it's more like you said, when I was younger, I was really nervous. Is that something like the night before you couldn't sleep or didn't sleep very well when you were younger?
For me, it was not about the fact that I couldn't sleep, but I was, for example, after the last training, the day before the game, I would just lock myself up at home. Yeah, I thought I cannot see everyone I see is a distraction.
Wow.
You would just food, even like little bit neurotic.
Yeah.
Like every day before the game, you try to do the exact things like you always do, because you had the feeling if I don't do the same thing, something goes wrong. And that was even till like the kickoff of the game. So going to the stadium, preparing in the dressing room, flip-flops need to be exactly on the same spot. If someone hits the flip-flops and you come back and they are not on the same spot,
you would go mad?
It's gonna be a hard game.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, but it's
So
now we can laugh about it, but that's why I said maybe it's not healthy, because if you're busy with all these things,
you
it's
still
also
do that?
a distraction. No, not anymore.
So tell me, so you had the flip-flops, first left sock?
Yeah, so maybe I start with, like, one thing that has never changed is the night before a game, I eat pasta.
What kind of pasta?
When I was younger, I could only eat pasta bolognese. But when I'm now,
there's more pastas than pasta bolognese.
Yeah,
now.
which I eat on other moments. But that was always the thing. The night before the game. No, when I was younger, my mother always made it for me.
Okay.
And there are a lot of good Italian restaurants in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So then when I got older, I just chose like one spot I really loved, and I would take it there every week. So every week they would
you eat it at the restaurant, or would you do it?
No, because I wouldn't leave the house.
You would order.
Yes. And then Yeah, you're laughing, but when you're younger, it's hard, huh?
Yeah.
And one thing I always did was day before the game, the game day.
Yeah.
I wake up, but I just had my normal breakfast and stuff.
What was that
But,
breakfast?
You want to know
Yeah.
everything in detail?
Yeah. No, but was it always the same? That's what I mean. Was it always yogurt or
No.
something?
No, it depends. It was
Okay.
not that strict, but there was one thing that for me was really important, and it sounds a little bit weird. Normally in the morning when you wake up, I take a fresh shower immediately. But on game day, I always waited with the shower like 45 minutes before I had to leave. Because I always, for myself, had the feeling from the moment I'm making myself fresh, I'm getting the shower, doing my hair, I was like, I'm ready, you know?
Oh my! So you could be the whole day without showering before you would go to a game.
Yeah, but I would just be at home, so it didn't really matter.
No, but okay.
I
think
would
it's
do some
interesting.
refreshments in the morning, of course, but it was like a switch. The switch turned on.
I remember when I was younger and playing, I would always if I would play on Saturdays, I would start with my preparation on after Thursday training on to eat on Thursday already pasta and Friday pasta. So I would eat 2 days.
Yeah, so it's not that weird to...
No. And of course, when something is working for you, you will stick with that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's for sure. But now when I get older, for example, I thought because if you live like this, the day before the game, you can do nothing.
No, yeah.
Because you train and you're home.
Yeah.
But also when you have a game at 9 o'clock in the evening, game day is also gone because you're only inside. And now, because I got more relaxed and I trust in my own qualities. For example, if I have a game at 9 in the evening, I can say to Bibi, let's get some breakfast somewhere, or take a walk in the city, or relax a little bit more instead of only being tensed and focused on the game. How is it for you when you have like an important show
for
or
today?
No.
For this podcast.
No. But for example, you were in New York with UFC, and then you have
so
the night of the fight.
Yeah, so it is difficult. So what we do is, so it's difficult because your body is still on Dutch time. Even after a week, I still feel it. But then normally I would start during fight night. I think our program starts at 9:30, so at night. But we would be at the arena sometimes at 4 o'clock already, because we would do a presentation. Already record that, send it back to Holland, that they already have it, so we can start the show. So then I have time in between, and ideal, I go back to the hotel. So because I feel if I'm at say Madison Square Garden, I'll be there from 4:30 until 9:30. It's 5 hours. I cannot get my focus because you know me, I get really easy distracted. I talk to this person, I make a chat with this person.
So you actually you need some time in between to.
So for me, it's very difficult because I can't focus. I really have difficulties focusing, and I have to do 5 hours of live television.
Yeah.
And so the thing for me is I really need to get into in a zone, into a focus. And the best thing for me is that to be on my own in my hotel room, and then read the last preparations and just relax. And that can be watch a series or just lie on bed, play Football Manager. All things that makes me really chill. And then I go to the venue. And the funny thing is, people always think I'm so relaxed and how I own, but that's really also, I think it's really important if I'm the host that I show that I'm comfortable, that I'm relaxed, because other people see that also. So
but that's for me, I think the most difficult thing for me in that moment would be knowing that you need to interview like big athletes, famous people live. The thought drives me crazy.
So I did the Olympics, and I did 2 times. I interviewed a lot of Dutch athletes, but 2 times were really interesting. I did 3x3 basketball.
Yes.
When they got gold.
Yeah.
They came directly to me, and Sifan Hassan, who won the women's marathon, and I did also a live interview with her. And so the guy who's responsible behind the camera, Bruce, who's also a really good friend of mine, he said, these are the moments that you are the best at, because it's not scripted. You just go with the flow. So the funny thing...
So that's actually your quality.
I think it's because I don't interview like the traditional media. Yeah. Because if you win a gold medal at the Olympics, you and we are the first you talk to, you can only do 90 seconds because they have to go back to the stage, get the medal and everything. So Sifan Hassan, I had 90 seconds, but I asked her, I really said, what did you just do? What are you doing? That was my first question. And then she said, la la la, and she kept talking. But then somebody from the organization came, and he was grabbing on my shirt, but nobody could see it because I was interviewing and he was on the ground. And then I interviewed because she had to leave.
Okay.
Hey, and I thought, hey, this is a great interview. So I kept the microphone going. 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Sifan Hassan, yeah.
You're the worst nightmare.
Yeah, for the organization. But it was a great, and I have it once in my life. I had that I thought, okay, now I'm really gonna screw it. It was 2016. I think I started live television. I did 2 shows before. I had to do a live show in Ahoy in Rotterdam.
Yes.
So it's a big venue in Amsterdam.
Really big, yes.
And it was the first time UFC was in Holland. It was UFC Rotterdam in Ahoy. And it was the day that Ajax didn't win the title against the Graafschap.
Yeah,
it was
the
that
away
day.
game. Yeah.
It was a really strange days in Holland. So everything happened, and then at night I had to do a live show. So the thing was, football just ended, and I had to do a live bit on television. Hey, now football's over. We're going to do UFC. I had never done that before. It was on Fox Sports. So the people said, to make it easy for me, Neal, we're going to record it and we're going to play it out like it's live. I thought, oh, that's nice. It's not live, so I can pretend it's live. So I was standing there and waiting, and somebody in my ear was talking, okay, and then we're going to record it. And then suddenly I heard 1 minute. So I didn't know it was for me because I said 1 minute, okay. 20 seconds. And then he said, Neal, in 10 seconds we're live and you have to do your bit live on television.
So it was like a shock.
5, 4, and then...
I think I would run away.
Thom.
I would run away.
Thom, I thought... I was looking at the camera, 3, 2, 1, and I thought, what if I don't say anything right now?